everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Maggie. Thanks for watching.
Yup. So, in case you're wondering about our under construction, we've had a few issues since we got back from break and have lost a few marketing things, so kind of have to start from scratch on some stuff.
Some technical difficulties, and any of you that know, we wear a lot of hats here, so priorities. So we're getting there. Glad you guys are here with us today, though. We wanted to do a quick show.
Yep. So I don't actually have a picture of what we're streaming with, but, you know, we're always streaming. We always have our XKeys XK124 T-Bar with the video switcher set.
Yep, and we're using vMix version 23, right?
Yep, and we got some PTZ optics cameras, and
we were trying to stream to Facebook, but for some reason we're having some issues. Thanks, Facebook. So hopefully you guys are watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, it was screwing with our YouTube stream when we went to Facebook too, and figured we better have at least just one good stream going versus two not so good.
Right. Yep, so as far as the under construction goes, we are going to be changing a little bit of the show coming up, so stay tuned to that. Right now we still have a little bit of the same format, but I think we're going to take an adventure today.
Yep, we are. So if you guys want to just stay tuned for a second, stick with us. Let me bring up the right window.
You've got this, Mer.
All right. Hang on.
Hope you don't get motion sickness, anybody.
All right. Come with us.
Prototype lab.
Yep. Lots of stuff.
Run by engineers, don't mind the mess. Welcome to my lair. Our shipping warehouse. I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I finally programmed to do some stuff. So we're going to show you a little bit today how I use my XK80. And so this is actually where I stand where the magic happens. This is while I'm shipping. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what I do when I come out here. So I'm just going to start pushing some buttons. So first thing I do when I come out here, I'm going to open up Sage, which is our accounting software. I usually push that button and walk away for a minute. Sometimes it takes a little bit. And then I come back and I push another button, logs me. So while that's opening, I usually get some boxes around, some tape. So this is just a little time saver, so I'm not standing here with the mouse waiting for stuff to open, of course, what X keys are for. And I'm going to open FedEx Ship Manager software, which is an application I have created a shortcut for, which you should be able to do with most applications, I'm pretty sure. So while that's opening, so just bear with me real quick. Some of this stuff takes a little bit. But I do want to show you some of these shortcuts in Sage. One of the most important things that I've learned working here is that most programs have shortcuts, and they don't tell you. So I didn't realize that Sage had all these shortcuts. So once this opens up, I'm going to show you a little bit about what I do in the shipping tab. So it's not that exciting, but it's just something useful that I have found that I'm taking this long. That's going to get open, so I'm just going to minimize that. I'm also going to open up UPS, which I have programmed as well. And I have a little bit of a funky layout going on right now. I keep using my blockers so I don't have to look down for a lot of these things. Most of this stuff is stuff I use every single day. I always have my email open when I'm copying the course. I think I say that every time I talk about my X key. I really do use that all the time. So I will show you section in just a minute. So there's my UPS, so that's all good. And of course I have my Spotify. I like to rock out to music when I'm out here shipping. Makes the day go by a little bit faster, and you can also program shortcuts within this, which I'm going to show you a little bit how to do too. So within Sage, you have shortcuts, but not for things. So I still need to use the mouse for some stuff. I'm going to open up the shipping data entry portal in here, show you how I ship a box, and show you how some of these shortcuts really save me time out here. As you know, I answer the sales emails as well. So, just gonna pause real quick and show you. Actually, I think I can do a lookup right here. Ooh, look at the nice little lookup. So if I have multiple batches out here, I know what one to select. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna ship a box for you. So once you're in here, I'm going to do an order look on what I need. and scroll on down. I think I have one saved in here. Sure, let's ship some CDW. This is a memo that pops up. I also have created a shortcut for that too. So once you're in this screen, if I'm going to ship everything, this big normally the case, I'm going to show items right here. That's popped that in right there. And then if I do need to do multiple boxes, I can click this button and I can go in here and edit things. And then once I'm on this screen, if I don't want to use the mouse, I can actually go back over to the other shipping tab. And then once I spit out the tracking number, I can just have that in my hand real quick. And since it's going to be FedEx, I'm going to actually push this button, which I've programmed to not only launch the tracking box, but also shoots in the first part of the tracking number, which is super helpful. When you're busy back here, it saves time. I know it sounds tedious, but hey, any time saver out here is what X keys are for.
Absolutely.
So, yep. And so, like I was saying before, I didn't know that we had shortcuts. So what I did is I just went to Google and I literally just typed in Sage shortcuts, and it brought up a bunch of stuff. So I just clicked on the first link, and well, what do you know? It came up with a bunch of shortcuts in here. So I was going to show you.
There's so many.
I know, and this is just a little bit of them. And obviously I don't use all of them. This is a lot of it's for the accounting side. But I was going to show you. I'm using MacroWorks because I'm on a Windows computer. So I did save, let's see, flashlight and batch. I was going to program something for you guys. Hopefully I can find out where that's up. Good eye, Mer. All right, so I'm going to open up MacroWorks 3.1 right now, and we're going to program a key. So you'll see when this opens, I have a couple things programmed. I don't have hardware mode actually out here, I don't think. So you should see some mini S's. All right, let's do, how about next to the box tab? So I'm going to program the flashlight because I don't know what that function was. Whoop. Okay, I guess I can't move that. There we go. Windows 10. All right, so it says on here the flashlight can be F3 or Alt L. So I'm going to bring those back so you guys can see what I'm doing.
I can see it all.
All right. So we're just going to do an F3. So I'm literally going to press F3 on the keyboard. Max recorded that. I'm going to click save. And let's see, so it's that button. And I have my handy little legend sheet out here, which is kind of messy because I'm in a warehouse, so just bear with me. Peel that guy right off, and I'm going to stick it under this legendable lens cap. Oops, as I'm flimsing with it. All right, close that up. Probably just made MacWorks mad.
That should be all right.
Come on. All right, so what the flashlight does in here is it actually will look up anything you've shipped within this batch, which is a nice feature instead of looking up every order that's in Sage. So I'm going to save this because I just shipped it. So I'm going to click accept. So if I want to look up what I shipped that day, hit the flashlight, and it's actually going to show that order shipped. So that's a neat little quick tool. You can do time instead of using this mouse. I mean, I know I could just use the mouse, but I really like using my X key. And I want to show you within Spotify, so you can do some media controls as well. So I like to have music pretty loud out here.
It's true.
So I'm going to go back to Google, and I Googled Spotify shortcuts. So let's see. I need to do, let's find a mute on here. So it looks like mute is Control-Shift down. And they do have Windows and Mac. That's nice. Control-Shift down. So I'm going to open up MacroWorks again. Come on, buddy. And I'm probably actually going to modify this. I should have been more prepared. I might have a big key somewhere. I think I'm going to make mute a big key. So that way if the phone rings, I can just smash down on it and hit it. So let's do, how about right in the middle? What did I say it was? Control-Shift
Down.
Control-Shift down. All right, so we're going into the keystrokes tab, and we're going to do Control-Shift down. Hopefully that works, because I haven't tried this one yet. All right. Oh!
Nice.
That is pretty cool. So there we go, guys.
That is handy.
So just an example of how you can use X keys in everyday life.
Yep.
It definitely helps me out here. I keep this out here too. Obviously, all of our stuff is relegible. I can pop off these blockers if I want to add more single ones, add more larger ones. I do have a little bit mixed. I think Miranda may have printed me these ones. These are actually printed with some nice color paper, but obviously you can just use handwritten ones too. This is definitely a personal X key. This is not one of our OEM finished nice looking products, but that's what's great about our stuff is it can be a little bit of everything. So well, there's my shipping station. Yeah, I think we're gonna go back in the studio now.
Yep.
So thanks for checking that out, guys.
No, this is kind of trippy looking at it on my phone and seeing it in two different ways. I don't know if you guys have ever done a vMix call via phone, but walking and doing this is fairly trippy. Go ahead.
Oh, they're seeing the greens room. Spidey's in here. All right.
All right, we're back. Sorry, muting that.
All right, cool. So hopefully that was a little bit informative. Like I said, I was using our Windows software, MacWorks 3.1, which is obviously free.
Yep.
Works with all of our X keys. And if I wanted to, I could have actually programmed everything in hardware mode, saved that right to the device, and then I could have plugged it into any station that had Sage, and it would have just done those keystrokes.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
Makes it handy.
Mm-hmm. So I think,
Yeah.
should we go to maybe some questions or something? I don't know.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions or comments.
Looks like we got a couple.
Miranda's knee.
Yeah.
Good job, Daniel.
Yes, the mute key. The mute key's a good idea.
Let's see here.
Thank you for always covering for me.
Thank you.
Adventure time. I like it.
Scene.
Oh no, I'm sharing my secrets. That's okay. Shows I'm a real person back there, I guess. We don't have robots doing it. It's me.
It's true.
Or Alexis when I'm not here. So.
Yeah. Well, let's close it out real fast, and then we'll come back. And if you guys have any questions, comments, anything, we'll be back.
Okay.
And we're back.
Right. So, like we said, any questions or anything on what we just did? And I want to stress it again, if you are using any software that is software driven, look up some shortcuts if you have an X keys, because I can almost guarantee you there are some listed, or you can easily assign them, which before working here, I did not know that. I didn't know that I could just go in and assign an application to launch with a shortcut. I had no idea. So it's just the little things that make you more productive, which is how X keys can improve your life. Yeah. Make it much easier at work.
Dan wants to know, what's your favorite key on that board?
Favorite key on that board? Honestly, as silly as it sounds, the tracking number button, because tracking numbers are really long and tedious, and they're actually very important. Within Sage, it gets launched into their invoice and goes into the user history, so if it's wrong, it can be really annoying. And so every 6 weeks, I think that updates the first 8 numbers of the FedEx tracking number and the last 12 of UPS. So I like having that button, so I always know that I only have to get 4 numbers right. If I can hit that X key, which works every time, as long as I have the last 4, then I will be good to go in Sage. So that's definitely probably my favorite one out there. Nice. Other than the Spotify button, because they can't ship without music, and most people that come to the warehouse know there'll be music, so that's really important.
You never know what music will be on, but there will be music.
You can tell what mood I'm in, that's for sure.
It's very true.
Yes.
What did Rudy say? Maybe share the screen in the warehouse via NDI to the studio, and that way we can follow what Maggie was doing. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. See, many things are coming in the future.
Yep. We literally threw this show together at about 8:25 this morning.
Yep. We're roommates, so we were talking over dinner one night, and I said, I really miss everybody, and I know we're not ready for our new show, but let's do something. So hopefully it wasn't too boring for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, Dan, you are so correct on that. Sage is a...
So your hotkey even works when the music not Sorry, I can't talk today. So your mute hotkey works even when the music is not the top screen.
I believe so. If it wasn't, I could make that application specific, right?
If you wanted to only mute when you're having like Spotify open, then you need to program it with application specific. Otherwise, it should just control your volume and mute it.
Talking about
What?
Stuart says our link is not working on YouTube, but it went right to it. So hopefully
I'm
you
hoping
got
people
that.
are finding us.
Sorry, Stuart. It looks like the link's working. Yeah, we don't know what was going on with Facebook. It was blinking a lot of orange in the vMix. We need to troubleshoot that after this. So
Yeah,
sorry about that.
I was gonna try and do both of them, but then when it started screwing with the YouTube stream, I would rather have just one stream going.
Right. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully everyone's having a good January. I feel like this is the longest month in the year.
Yes.
It's cold and snowy and gross.
It's rainy today.
It is raining. That's fun. Probably freeze later. No big deal. I'll just wear some ice skates on the way home. Pier, Michigan. So yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. That was our show.
That was
Please
our show.
come back again soon.
And like and subscribe.
Yes.
We need more friends.
Yup.
Tim, if you're watching in McDonald's, this is for you. I thought about you. I did watch your show too. I hope you're feeling better. I know you're a little bit under the weather. So January, 7 months long. I mean, that's a true story. That is a true story right there. So I need to schedule a holiday in January next year.
I think so.
Break
it up a little bit.
All right. Well, again, thanks for watching. Sorry if that was a little boring, but hey.
It's the little things. It helps.
Yep, and stay tuned on our Facebook, and please join our user group if you haven't already. X-Keys user group is really fun, full of fun people with fun X-Keys, and we will be posting more updates about the show and what's to come, and hopefully we'll have a schedule for you guys soon.
Yep. All right. Have a good weekend, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.